So, my fourth round of the PC against Rain with the Choice Scarf Thunderous. My absolute worst matchup possible. But luckily I had played this matchup a few times before and I did know what was going to happen. So basically I have to bank on Thunder not KOing Suicune because it is a roll in my favour for Suicune to survive. And he has to switch in his Ludicolo first turn. Because I've had that happen to me so many times, I know that it's going to come. So he goes for the Thunder, it's a roll in my favour, and he ends up getting a critical hit. Which could have mattered, he could have got the high roll, but that really sets me back. But I do glare the incoming Ludicolo, which actually gives me some sort of chance in the match. Getting up the Tailwind would have put me into an amazing position, but unfortunately, crits happen. So I'm going to send out my Salamence against this Thunderous, and at this point, I know that it's Choice Scarf because it outsped my Superior, and it's going to be such a struggle to come back in this match. So here, I'm going to protect my Salamence from the Thunder. He wasn't really going to Thunder his Superior, was he? And he was probably going to Ice Beam my Superior with Ludicolo. So I go for Leaf Storm onto Thunderous because Thunderous is the problem. I need to get rid of that Thunderous, and I'm hoping that a neutral Leaf Storm, then a +2 Leaf Storm will be enough to KO it. And I do actually get quite lucky with the Paralysis there. So he was probably going for Ice Beam on my Superior. So now I have to let Salamence take a Thunder and hope for no full power. No, luckily I don't get that. And Leaf Storm isn't enough to take out this Thunderous, which is really bad for me. My Superior is now at +4, which is really nice, and I am able to KO this Ludicolo. But he's still got his Thunderous around for another Choice Scarf Thunder, and that will KO my Salamence. So here I have to make a play. I have to attack with Salamence, because I could just protect Salamence, but then that doesn't really achieve anything, because he just KOs my Superior, and then he just Thunders me next turn. So I have to make a play here of him expecting me to protect. So he has to Thunder my Superior, which is my only way out. Doesn't really make sense, but I had to go for it, expecting him to expect my protect, and he does actually Thunder my Superior, which is really good, and it actually gives me a chance in this match. Because I go for the Worry Seed onto his Salamence, he no longer has Aerialate, and he can't use Flying type moves, so he doesn't get any stab or any 1.3 times boost on his moves. So I am actually able to KO this Thunderous with a Frustration, and I'm actually back in this game, which is amazing considering how bad my matchup was and the crit on the Suicune at the beginning. Double Edge normal is still able to take out Superior, but it did its job getting rid of the Aerialate. It was really nice. So now I'm going to bring in my Thunderous, and he's going to bring in his Politoed because he's down to his last two now. And I know that it's not a Choice Scarf Politoed because the Thunderous was Choice Scarf, so I can protect my Salamence from the other Salamence's probably Double Edge, which he does end up going for. I would have survived anyway, but I go for Hidden Power onto the Salamence, and it's going to easily knock it out. And now it's Thunderous and Salamence against this Politoed, so I should have this game. Even if he Skull crits a Thunderous, I think he can knock it out, but he goes for Icy Wind instead. And if it's a bulky Politoed, Thunderous still does outspeed it, and Thunderbolt probably won't KO. They can be built to survive, but I've got two Pokemon that should still be faster, so I am able to KO the Politoed with a Frustration and a Thunderbolt. And that's amazing. I thought I would definitely lose this match because the matchup is so bad, and he even stopped me from getting Tailwind up first turn. But the glare onto the Ludicolo did save me there, because he would have just outsped everything with Thunderous and Ludicolo and probably swept. But I had played the matchup a lot of times before, and I had lost the matchup a lot of times before. So luckily I knew what was coming and was able to glare the Ludicolo. And I did get quite lucky that he did expect my protect. But you've sometimes got to play for those win conditions where your opponent doesn't make the wrong play, but expects you to make a play and predicts that. So anyway, on to the final game of Swiss.